Some are declaring Clinton the winner of last night's debate, some Trump, but it wasn't either of them who the Twitter sphere fell in love with. CNN's Jeannie Moos has more.
What do a fly, a sniff, and a red sweater have in common? The power to distract us from a doozy of a debate. The fly got a lot of buzz.
Any way he chooses.
When it buzzed Hillary's brow.
When they go low, you go high.
It lingered on her finger, nestled on her chest, spawning more than a dozen Twitter accounts claiming to be the fly. Now, Hillary did not swat the intruder on her eyebrow. Her restraint caused some to compare her to the robot that didn't flinch on Westworld. But the fly made only a brief cameo. The sniffs were non-stop pests. Critics called the sniff a tell. The bigger the sniff, the bigger the lie.
I apologize for those words.
Last debate, the Donald suggested a bum microphone picked up his breathing. Most experts think the sniff is a nervous tic brought on by stress. But a biomechanics coach blames it on the Donald's posture, interfering with his rib cage, requiring him to sniff to get more oxygen to his brain. This undecided voter's sweater was nothing to sniff at.
To meet our energy needs. Somehow
smitten with Ken Bone's mustache and his red sweater, Twitter lit up. Not all heroes wear capes, some wear snazzy red sweaters. Izod tried to cash in, promoting the sweater, selling for $48.99 at Kohl's, and Ken Bone explained how he originally was wearing an olive suit to the debate.
I split the seat of my pants all the way open, so the red sweater is Plan B.
Maybe the candidates could use a Plan B, lose all that lurking and looming.
It was like a mongoose and a cobra in a steel cage match.
Only there was no hissing at the debate, just sniffing.
Sign on with the devil.
Jeannie Moos, CNN, New York.
Don't tell me about it.